College Park Airport would be the first to say that we need to know who our pilots are and what their intentions are. And so we concur that a vetting process is necessary. We take issue and umbrage, however, with the federal procedure that has always been in effect that requires a pilot to physically come to Washington, D.C., to be fingerprinted, to physically drive to Baltimore FSDO, to be background checked by the FAA before they're allowed to use College Park Airport. We need to remember that the technology is there and it's a relatively simple process, that the FSDO database, for example, is sitting at the computer desks of 85 other FSDO offices all over the United States. Reagan National Airport does not hold a patent on the fingerprinting process. That is available virtually anywhere in the United States. We've always maintained that if those background checks were necessary, pilots around the country ought to be allowed to go to some local resource and have that done and then receive permission to use College Park Airport. As it is now, to make the physical trip, very few pilots are willing to expend that type of energy to fly into College Park Airport. And it makes us think that our fellow resources would prefer that pilots not use the Washington airspace.
Aero-TV is brought to you by Cirrus aircraft have always been easy to fly. Now they're easier than ever to buy. A complete line of ownership programs gives you everything you need to purchase, trade, finance, lease, insure, and warranty your Cirrus. There's even an ownership program for non-pilots. The Cirrus Access Pilot can teach you how to fly or fly the plane for you. Find out more at www.cirrusdesign.com. Cirrus, with a love of flying. Now, back to Aero-TV.
I would have liked to have seen a federal government response something along these lines. What is the most utility we can get out of College Park Airport consistent with national security? I would have preferred that approach rather than the one we have today, which kind of tells me how bad can we choke these airports down and still get away with it. College Park Airport is only one of 3 airports inside the flight restricted zone. We all suffer from the same consequences. We all suffer from the same overreaction of federal resources. All 3 of us have always held the same position, that is there someone within the federal government we can talk to explain our side of the story. We've served as a very vital transportation structure at one time. We have to remember that the University of Maryland is only 1 mile from here. We have a lot of high-tech industry in the surrounding areas now and consultants. We were seeing a lot of traffic coming in from all up and down the East Coast of businessmen, educators, scientists, people going downtown to testify in Congress, working all through the Washington area. This was the place to come to. In addition to that, we had our recreational and personal flyers who enjoyed this. It's a public park. It's part of our park system. And they enjoyed coming out here. We enjoyed having our Air Explorer post. We enjoyed giving airplane rides to kids. We enjoyed exposing kids to aviation. You saw the signs when you came in here today. You don't walk out on our flight line anymore unless you've been approved. We're kind of a static facility now. And it's really a shame. All this didn't have to happen.
Aero-TV is brought to you by
Today, there is an affordable, high-performance, easy-to-own and easy-to-operate very light jet designed with you in mind. Far less expensive than any other twin-engine jet to buy, it is also the least expensive to own and operate. It is the Eclipse 500, the jet that's easy to buy, easy to fly, and fun to own. The jet for you.
Now, back to Aero-TV.
This airport should serve as the canary in the mine shaft for any other small general aviation airport. General aviation security by federal government is not going to go away. And the trend is always to make it more insidious, to make it larger, to make it more complicated. This airport should serve as a warning that you need to constantly be in touch and attempt to convince your elected and appointed federal officials that there is a delicate balance between our freedoms as American pilots and national security. We haven't seen that at College Park Airport yet, and we hope that we will see it in the future. This isn't about one man's cause. This is just one American citizen who's using general aviation security and a small airport as a springboard for trying to show people that our federal government needs to be watched. They have our best interest at heart, usually. But there is so much overreaction that has been going on in the name of anti-terrorism that we're losing our liberties, we're losing our freedom little by little. General aviation is just one small segment of that. But it's a small segment that I can put my arms around and embrace. And so I choose to constantly remind the federal government that there could be a better way to do this.
If College Park Airport is to survive, it will be through the efforts of folks like a very dedicated airport manager, Lee Schick. That and a number of, well, almost a little bit over 4 dozen pilots who have stuck it out, who've gone through the vetting process, who continue to operate, or in some cases use the airport virtually every day, like the Cessna 150 pilot who commutes in and out from his home further on out in Maryland. It's really an extraordinary little facility, an amazing little museum, a great airport restaurant, close enough to Washington to make a difference, far enough out not to be a hassle. College Park Airport has everything a GA airport should be dreaming of, except for one thing. It's pretty much under lock and key. And how long that remains, and how long the current security hysteria decides to value flash over substance, hype over reality, well, that remains to be seen. We have high hopes for College Park Airport. We'll see if the 2009 centennial, 100th anniversary of this airport finds this airport opening up to the aviation community in greater ways once again, or whether the future is a bit bleaker. We're hoping for the best. For the Aero-News Network and for Aero-TV, I'm Jim Campbell.